What fixes a bad mood? Well, either drinking beers with your friends or doing yoga. My favorite Minnesota memory. Honestly, I guess it's just the first time I was here. I remember just being so excited about being to Minneapolis and because it's always very exotic for me to go to a new state. And I think it was 4 years ago, I was doing my first show here and I just had a lot of fun. I remember we were jamming a lot on stage and just going crazy, and it was a lot of fun. My favorite conversation with Diplo. I don't know. We've had so many random conversations over the years. I don't know which one is. I think at some point he was trying to learn to speak Danish. So I taught him some words, but I don't know if he really catched any of it, to be honest, but who cares? The ideal night out? Okay, definitely karaoke at some point. So maybe a good hang with some of my best friends, just drinking beers and then karaoke. It really varies a lot. At the moment, my go-to karaoke song is I'm Just a Teenage Dirtbag. What is it called? Dirtbag? Yeah, Teenage Dirtbag. That's the word, yeah. What is in my Forever Neverland? Oh, good question. I don't know, a piano? A flying piano? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it's Washing Machine with Sonic Youth. It's Dummy with Portishead. It's also Spice with Spice Girls, because that was my first album ever. Then it's Lana Del Rey, Lust for Life. And lastly, Smashing Pumpkins with Adore. Favorite kind of cat? All cats are my favorites. Honestly, I don't have favorites. Just any kind of cat I love. Well, if there was anyone in the house, anyone that of my loved ones, I would grab them. But if I was alone, I would just grab my laptop. That's a tricky question, because there's so many that I would love to work with, to be honest. It's not because I remember when I started out doing my thing, I was obsessed with Major Lazer, so that was just my number one, I want to work with Major Lazer. But now it's there's so many. I would love to work with Caesar, I would love to work with Opera, which I'm touring with right now. I would love to work with, Santi Gold, always been a dream of mine. Kim Gordon, so many, yeah. I would love my music to be known for being, of course, unique and honest, and that people feel like they can relate to it, and, that it gives them inspiration to create something for themselves. I usually feel like the fall is a good time for me, but honestly, when it comes to writing, it just all depends on inspiration, and that can happen anytime. But normally the fall, there's something about the fall. I feel like I produce a lot of music in the fall, in the autumn, yeah. What language I dream in? A weird mix of Danish and English, because I feel like I switch between those two languages all the time. The biggest life lesson I've learned in my journey so far, I think it's just that if you're being yourself, then it can't really go completely wrong, because you're not fooling anyone. If you put on a fake persona, then then it can all go wrong, if that makes sense. And I feel like if you're being yourself, at least it's that's me, sorry, but that's how it is, and that's healthy, so yeah, be yourself.